There is a power within you right now that is trying to get your attention because it needs to be released. If you can imagine a bottle of Coke, like the old fashioned bottles of Coke, and you shake it, what do you see? You see all this carbonation at the top. Pressure builds within that bottle. That is what's happening to most people on this planet right now. We've been taught that we don't really have any power, but essentially we've been taught to repress our power. We've been taught to follow. We've been taught to just go along. We've been taught really just to, not be sovereign beings, to give away our freedom. But essentially what that has meant is we've been taught to repress our power, and it doesn't go away. It's not like we can get rid of it. It's like the carbonation in the bottle of Coke. The carbonation doesn't go away when you stop shaking it. Yes, the pressure comes down for a while, but as soon as you shake it again, that carbonation starts to bubble again. And that's what happens in humans. A lot of what we see in terms of stress, anxiety, this restless feeling, like this, you're almost like itching in your skin, it's because you've been repressing your power for your entire life. And it wants to come out. It needs to come out. It's like we are at this point right now where life is saying, and the energies are saying now on this planet, you can no longer hold yourself back. You can no longer keep doing this because all it's creating in most people is stress, anxiety, burnout, and you do it long enough, it can lead to depression. You suppress your desires, your power, everything that you actually are innately, your birthright. When you repress those things long enough, disease happens, all these things start to happen. Now, I am not here to diagnose you. If you have any of those things and you need to see a doctor, please see a doctor, okay? I'm not here to take away your power. I'm certainly not a medical doctor. However, holding back your power, keep repressing it for years on end. Remember, it doesn't go away. It gets stored in your body. And right now, if you're listening to this, it's because there's a part of you that knows and understands that this needs to come out. And here's the thing, it's not going to go away. It's not going to, like I said, it's not going to all of a sudden go away. Like we can keep putting this off, but the way the energies are right now and continuing into 2026, it is going to become more and more uncomfortable to keep holding it back. Because if you could imagine, every single time stress, anxiety, all these feelings come up, you keep putting it down, you keep pushing it down. It's exhausting. And here's the part that's so important to note. Until you start to release your power and actually express it, what we don't realize is how much life force energy it is now taking for you to hold your power down. It was never meant to be pushed down and held down. If you're exhausted, if you're burned out, if you're all these things, consider how much of your life force energy has been used to hold back all your power. It's like the lid of that bottle of Coke. That lid has to be strong. And we know they're strong. They're made of metal. They're made of metal and thick glass because it takes a lot of strength and power to actually hold down your power. That's the irony of this is you're using your power to actually suppress yourself. So right now is the time to start releasing your power in healthy, constructive ways. So my question to you right now is what has been on your heart to do, be, say, express, whatever it is in your life, because there is something, and it may not be huge. It may be a conversation with somebody that you've been holding in for decades. It may be an opportunity. It may be moving. It may be a new job. It may be, I don't know, change in partnerships. Only you know what that is. But there's something that's been on your heart and you know what it is. You sat and thought about it for a few moments. What is the thing that you have been holding down using all your life force energy. Because I'm here to tell you something. It's not serving you. Holding your power back is not serving you. It is not helping you. It is not helping you create success. That is honestly, the horrible truth of all of this. It's not getting us anywhere. Now, there was a time on the planet where it was, I'll say, a little bit, I don't want to say unsafe in some ways, but not as accepted. The energies didn't support you releasing this power and letting it, reclaiming it and letting it come up. But that's not the energies we are in anymore. Now, moving forward, it is going to be, and it already is, harder to manifest, harder to create, harder to have success if you keep suppressing all your power. Think about it. How does a car go without power? How does anything go without power? We've been taught power is a bad thing. No, power over is a bad thing. Authority over, control, manipulation, those are bad. Your power is what helps propel you forward. You were not meant to be palpable, likable, agreeable, and people-pleasing and trying to fit in and make everyone happy around you. That is a program. And that program is slipping away. But you also have to choose whether you move into this new era and you start to accept that this is the energy that we are in. Because it will get harder and harder and harder to manifest if you are not in your power. I have been having these downloads lately about like our energy and our power is everything right now. You cannot create and do what you want to do. And I will ask this question back again of you. What good is it doing you suppressing your power? How far is it getting you? Is it actually getting you where you want to be? I suspect the answer is no. We were never meant to operate. Right now, most people are operating at about 15% of their power. 15%. And those of us who've been reclaiming our power are at about, I would say, going 60 to 70 right now. Like we still have so much that is available to us. And this is how you create. This is how you manifest. This is how you do everything moving forward. But it requires you to give yourself permission to be powerful, to be this beautiful creator being that you came here to be. So right now, again, I'm going to come back to this question. What thing is on your heart that you've been suppressing, that you've been holding back? Because I know there's something within you. And this doesn't mean you have to release it all at once. Okay? If you think of that Coke bottle, you take the lid off too fast and you do that, there's going to be a mess, right? This is a process. I've been doing this process for 20 years. 20 years. Now, the energies back when I started doing this were a lot different than what they are right now. So the way we're able to accelerate this now is much quicker. I don't want you to think, oh my God, it's going to take me 20 years. Not at all. That is not the energies anymore. But start to look where are you giving away your power and where are you holding back what you want to say, what you want to do. Because your success, your joy, your fulfillment is on the other side of that. We no longer get to hold on to an old identity. You never could, but now more than ever. We have to let go of the way things were, the way things used to be, and the person that you used to be. Because that person was not in their power. But the one that's going to create the future that you really want is fully in their power, locked in and loaded and ready to go. So, beautiful soul, I know if this message found you, this is meant for you. But as always, Use discernment, use discernment, use discernment. Now, more than ever, use discernment in everything that you hear and see. Does this feel right for me? Does this feel good for me? Not, does this sound right? Does it feel right? Does this resonate with me? Is this taking me to a better place? Now, more important than ever. All right, beautiful soul, I will see you in the next video. I'd love to hear any comments below. Share where you're at in here and share your next steps. Let's do this together. All right, take care, and I'll talk to you soon.